My parents' house was actually next to the power station in Kerang with the floods.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we've probably lost nearly everything.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of water there.
So the water's gone through the house?
Yeah, the water's in the house.
Where are they?
They were evacuated. It took 4 pretty big men to get my dad out because he fought back in 1974 with the floods. And
He didn't fight again today, did he?
Hey?
He didn't fight again this time?
No, he's 40 years older now, but he wasn't going to leave, and it took 4 big burly men to get him out because he wasn't leaving.
That's a pity. That's a pity. That's a great pity. And they're right next to the power station.
They're right next to the power station.
Well, Fiona, keep an ear on things. I've got the spokesman for SP Ausnet on the line, Joe Adamo. Hello, Joe.
G'day, Neil. How are you?
I'm okay. Well, what's happening with the power station in Kerang?
Look, I'd say we're just cautiously tentative at the moment. We've done a lot of preparation and flood mitigation work around the power station overnight, and in the last few days. We're looking at the water levels and working with hydrologists around the clock. Although the timing of the peak of this water, which is a large mass of water, is still yet unknown.
Yeah.
Look, we've got staff on site. We've got excavators as well. Just to explain, we've got 2 levee walls, one around the terminal station and an internal levee wall. Now, whilst we're cautiously optimistic that all this mitigation work, the height of that mitigation work will be successful, the pressure on this wall is something that we're constantly monitoring at the moment. So, without being an alarmist, we want to just make sure that the public is aware and to prepare and have emergency plans in place.
So what is the significance of that power station? If it has to be turned off, what happens?
As a last resort and as a total last resort, particularly for safety reasons, if water does breach the internal levee wall into the main control room, we will turn and have to de-energise the terminal station off. Now, that will leave residents without power.
How many?
Look, at the moment, the numbers are between 15 and 20,000.
Yeah.
Now, what everybody needs to understand is it is for safety reasons only. We would need to turn it off purely because it will damage the terminal control room if it isn't turned off at the right time.
How long would you have to turn it off for? I suppose that's unknown, is it?
That is the million-dollar question. It is an unknown because once the water enters, if it does eventually breach, then it needs to subside. And after subsiding, if there is any particular damage, we'd need to repair and assess it and prior to turning anything back on. So we're struggling to put a figure or a day on that.
Okay. So I imagine you're sort of reviewing it by the moment, eh?
Yeah, definitely. We've got crews there on site and we're working constantly with the emergency services around the clock to sort of monitor it.
All right, well, let's know what happens, please. Joe Adamo from SP Ausnet. Okay, so you could have 20,000 people put out. The water, obviously, from the earlier caller, whose parents live right next door, from Fiona, is that there is the water's there, but they've got these levee banks built around the power station. If you have 20,000 people out for a few hours or a few days, it's going to be difficult.